the air. We are in Southwest Virginia for the first time. BKFC is right now. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is brought to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Tucked in between the picturesque Allegheny and Blue Ridge Mountains, we are live here from Roanoke, Virginia. The BKFC has arrived officially in Southwest VA. And the preview is officially underway. We've got two bare knuckle fights to get the action started here in Salem. Later on in our pay-per-view, a fight that is guaranteed fireworks. The hard-hitting hitman Joe Elmore returns from a year-long hiatus to clash with Virginia's own Dustin Payne, a great scrap. Our strawweight world champion Britain Hart finally gets to fight in her backyard as she welcomes the gritty Melanie Shaw from the UK. Could Shaw take the title back across the pond? We will find out tonight. Welcome to Southwest Virginia. We're here at the Salem Civic Center right outside of Roanoke with what should be an incredible night here with BKFC 51. What we got for you, 9 incredible fights, and right now you get 2 absolutely, positively for free, setting the tone for the entire night. You're watching this on many different platforms, but to watch the entire pay-per-view, you've got to get the BKFC app. Get it on your app store, and not only are you going to get tonight's event for $7.99, you are going to get our Prospect Series here in just about a week, and you're going to get October 20th in Columbia, South Carolina for BKFC 52. That's all right there on the app. A whole lot of other stuff too. You got the Bare Knuckle Show and all kinds of great stuff. That being said, let's shoot it down to ringside. We got Sean Wheelock and Chris Lytle for the first time tonight. Gentlemen, we have so much going on, and on our app in November, we're going to 4 countries in 1 month. I repeat, 4 countries in 1 month, Sean. This is wild.
Cyrus, this is outstanding for Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship and indeed the entire sport of bare knuckle fighting. So on Friday, November 17th, BKFC will make its debut in Bulgaria. We will be in Sofia. Also in the month of November, shows in the United States, in the United Kingdom, and the return of BKFC Thailand.
Now, Chris, you have actually fought in a lot of these countries. So I know you've been to the UK a lot, obviously a ton of fights here in the US, but when you talk about Bulgaria, you talk about Thailand, what can the fans expect from the fighters over there if they haven't seen one of our international events?
Well, I can tell you the rebirth of bare knuckle came in England. I went over there and had my first fight, but I'm really excited about Bulgaria. We went over there to just try out nothing but great fighters. You have Dagestan, Kazakhstan, all the toughest fighters in the world who've been coming over, dominating mixed martial art, just great, tough, hard-nosed fighters. They were all over there trying to do these tryouts. They love the sport. They want to be involved. And I tell you what, that's a different animal over there. Those guys are hungry and ready to fight.
Yeah, I mean, a lot to see there. Very excited to get to this international expansion, which is so very important to our founder and president, David Feldman. Sean, what else could he possibly have up his sleeve this year?
Cyrus, in August in Las Vegas, the Association of Boxing Commissions voted and unanimously approved the first ever unified rules of bare knuckle fighting. That has opened up numerous state athletic commissions for BKFC across the United States. Coming in 2024, amongst a number of states will be Georgia, Oklahoma, and Oregon.
And I love it, Sean. What we're doing in those states, as we're opening them up, we're doing tryouts in there, and we do that. We have the Prospect Series afterwards a few months later. So what we're trying to do, we're trying to go out and get all the best fighters from those states who want to do bare knuckle. We're giving them an opportunity. Come and test the water, see how it is.
And you're going to be able to find out about those tryouts right there at bkfc.com. Check the app as well. But let's talk about tonight, gentlemen. What a main event. Britain Hart has been so busy. Not only does she have tonight's title defense, she's also going all the way across the world to Thailand on November 4th to go against Poe Denham. Very busy, but she cannot look past the UK's Melanie Shaw.
That would be a huge mistake. Let me tell you what, Melanie Shaw is an animal. The way she comes forward, applies that pressure in your face the entire time. Even if you win that fight, it's going to be a dog fight. So if you look past her, if you think it's going to be an easy fight, deadly wrong. You got to be careful.
Well, let's talk about the odds a little bit. Chris, I know you're the expert here, so I'm going to leave you here. Sean, not to disparage you, but we know how good Chris is there on the bets. Take a look at these betting lines, at the odds. What's jumping out to you?
A lot of good fights right here. The thing that I love right now, one of the first fights, you got Rick Caruso. He's been just getting better and better at minus 180. That means you bet $180, you win 100. I love that bet.
There you go, folks. And if you do want to lay down some bets, DraftKings has got you covered. $50 bonus bet on BKFC 51 with your first deposit of $5 or more. All you got to do, scan the QR code and then put in BKFC for your promo code, and you are on and popping. Now let's take a look at the rules brought to you by Mint 45. All fights scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds. Fights are scored by 3 judges on a 10-point must system. The hand wraps must be at least 1 inch below the bare knuckles. Punching in the clinch is allowed. No 3 knockdown rule. No being saved by the bell in any round. No kicks, knees, elbows, takedowns, or submissions. And now your first Crescent Tools Tale of the Tape.
We open tonight at 155 pounds. Qasim Ruffin versus Daniel Gary.
And Sean, you see here, 4-inch height advantage, 3-inch reach advantage for Ruffin. He's going to want to utilize that because Daniel Gary likes to get in and throw those bombs, but he's got to get close. So Ruffin has to make him pay each time he tries to step close.
Daniel Gary set for bout number 4 in BKFC. He's also had 4 pro MMA bouts, 1 in bare knuckle MMA, 1 in pro boxing. Gary wrestled at the NCAA Division I level at Gardner-Webb University. In our fighter meeting, Gary told us that he has really changed his fundamental approach to the sport of bare knuckle. He said, my 3 previous bouts, I was all about coming straight forward. Now I'm all about bobbing and weaving.
I love it. He had some great quotes for us. He talked about he wants to get inside, land these hard shots, attack the head. He said a lot of people always talk about the body, but he said, hey, everybody tries to hit me in the head, so I'm going to try and hit them in the head.
Gary said, I feel that my opponent in this lightweight bout, Qasim Ruffin, is going to try to stay long off of the jab. I'm going to parry that jab. I'm going to be fluid. I'm going to keep moving. I'm not going to be a stationary target.
Sean, he had another great quote for me. We talked about what is going to be your key to victory, what do you have to do, and he said, I have to not lose. And I said, man, it never has a smarter thing been said. He's right. He has to not lose. It's a great job.
Qasim Ruffin made his bare knuckle fighting championship debut this past March. He defeated Trey Santos by 4th round KO.
And just very relaxed, came in with nice straight punches. I was really surprised to see how good this guy looked in his first bare knuckle fight. It takes people sometimes, but look, coming forward, not letting his opponent find his range. He fought the entire time exactly when and where he wanted to fight. He talked about that in his fighter meeting. He said he has to dictate the pace and the distance. That's exactly what he did. He was better than I would have thought, but just a great job of dictating all that. Most people cannot do that for the first 2 or 3 fights. Ruffin did it on the first try.
Qasim Ruffin enters 1-0 in BKFC. He's a veteran of 4 professional mixed martial arts bouts. Ruffin told us very candidly, I'm a lot more relaxed entering this, my 2nd bout of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Ruffin said, I definitely felt the pressure coming into bout number 1 last March, that 4th round KO victory versus Trey Santos. Ruffin said, looking back, I saw that I was tentative. He said, in this fight versus Daniel Gary, I'm going to, quote, let my hands go.
Absolutely wants more volume, but he wants to stay just outside of his opponent's range where he can land, but his opponent cannot. Funny thing to me, he said he wants to get more use of this sport. He wants to get some ring time out there. He's going to look for the knockout, but he's going to do it in a smart way after he gets some ring time.
A standard question we ask every fighter in our fighter meetings, what do you think the strategy is of your opponent? Ruffin said, I don't think Daniel Gary has a strategy. I think he's just going to keep coming forward and throw huge punches to knock me out. I have to be fluid, and I have to keep landing my jab.
Wants to stay long, stay on the outside, pick his shots, wait for the right time, and throw with power.
To get us started, from here in the Commonwealth of Virginia, we send it to the always outstanding Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Salem Civic Center here in beautiful Salem, Virginia. And we welcome you to BKFC 51. BKFC for review begins tonight with 5 2-minute rounds in the lightweight division, presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black. He stands 5 feet 4 inches tall. His official weight, an even 153 pounds. Tonight, he steps into the squared circle, ready for bare knuckle fight number 4. Fighting out of Walhalla, South Carolina, here is Daniel, the Black Mamba, Gary. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears black and white. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 155.8 pounds. He is undefeated in the squared circle at 1-0. Fighting out of Portsmouth, Virginia, here is Qasim Caution Ruffin. And our referee in charge of the action, Big Dan Mergliata.
Qasim Ruffin told us, I cannot allow Daniel Gary to pull me into a brawl. He's going to come forward. I have to land straight punches as he explodes inside. Round number 1. Black and white trunks for Qasim Ruffin. Solid black trunks for Daniel Gary. Gary on the back foot, on the outside, trying to step in with the right hand. Ruffin gets high and tight coming forward.
Ruffin looks very relaxed right now.
The overhand right from Gary. Ruffin off the jab. 2 from Gary off the mark. Loaded up that rear right uppercut. Did not throw it. 1-2 again off the mark from Gary.
You see Ruffin right now just waiting for those counter opportunities, waiting for Gary to get in, he can counter.
Gary keeps throwing the 1-2 from range, but they are not landing. Slowly trying to cut this ring. 1:15 remaining, round number 1. There's the 2 that misses from Gary.
Gary needs to step in as he's throwing those punches. He can't just throw them from that range. It's not going to land. Come in behind that jab.
Overhand right, right back.
Close those fingers. Close your fingers.
5'4", Ruffin 5'9", accentuated by the very low, almost wrestler-like stance of Daniel Gary.
Gary really ducking that head. He's got to be careful not to get hit with the uppercut.
Tall stance coming forward through the center circle. He can work off the jab, and he does on cue. Again, the jab. Overhand right misses from Gary, now to the inside. And chancery position from Ruffin. Immediate separation from the great Dan Mergliata.
And Gary's got to be careful. He's ducking that head to the right. If he gets hit with that uppercut, that's going to be a problem.
He's throwing that big overhand right. Stiff jab from Ruffin. Fully land. That one lands. 20 seconds remaining. Round number 1 of this bout of 155 pounds. Good pressure again. Qasim Ruffin. There's the right hand to the clinch, and down goes Daniel Gary.
Get up off the ground.
We'll call that a push down there, Sean.
The slip indeed by Dan Mergliata. Final seconds of the opening round. There is the bell.
Sean, you just get the impression watching that round. It's just a matter of time until Ruffin can time that uppercut, time that straight right. The way that Gary's moving his head, great danger the way he's doing it.
Keep that jab out there. He reached it. I told you he was going to duck. I told you he was going to duck and swing like a wing in a prayer. Keep that jab out there. When he start ducking, pivot around him and go to his body. Don't stand in front of him. Fake before you fire. When he throw that wild hook he's throwing, step around him and go to his body. He's scared of your jab. I'm having fun. I know you having
Breathe it out. You got this. You're doing good. You're doing good blocking. Just keep those punches first.
Sean, I love the advice from the Ruffin corner right there. They're saying that once he throws those wild punches, step outside and the body's going to be wide open. Exactly right. You got to go there, dig to the body. That'll lead to a knockdown.
Both fighters up to scratch.
You ready? Ready. Round 2.
Dan Mergliata starts round number 2. Back step immediately off of scratch for Gary. Hands high and tight. Getting a tall stance for Qasim Ruffin. Gary staying fluid on the outside. There's that one, not even a two, it's the overhand right, second overhand right off the mark from Gary. Rizzi is definitely loading up on that overhand right.
And he's definitely telegraphing. The thing problem is Ruffin's going straight back. It makes it hard to counter that. He needs to step out to the left and then hit that left hand of the body.
That's Dan Mergliata telling Daniel Gary, you cannot extend with your fingers towards the face and eyes of your opponent, Qasim Ruffin. Putting your fingers out, they have to be straight up or straight down, not extended forward. Overhand right misses again from Gary.
But the way Gary's throwing these punches, it's making it tough for Ruffin to counter. If he steps in dangerously, he's going to get knocked out himself.
As Qasim Ruffin said, I don't think Daniel Gary has a game plan. Ruffin did say he respects the power of Gary, but there's the power of Ruffin. Check left hook, and that's the first knockdown of this fight.
Didn't look like it hurt Gary too much. He's ready to get back up, I hope. There we go.
Put your hands up. Step this way. Ready? Ready?
Gary just looking to land one of those overhand rights.
Right back to it. 45 seconds remaining, round number 2. There's the right hand from Ruffin. 1-2, the right hand.
Gary complaining about that. Ooh.
Overhand right again, hard to the body, and that's the second knockdown.
We talked about if you land to the body, you're going to do damage here.
6.
The way that Gary's throwing those punches, his body is open.
Right? Let's go, knuckle up.
See, Gary needs to step in more, double that jab up, and then throw that right hand. He can't just throw the naked right hand.
Stiff jab again from Ruffin. Heard the 10-second clack. Final seconds, round number 2. That was a whizzer throw. Nicely done against the former Division I college wrestler by Qasim Ruffin. Obviously a slip, and that ends the second round.
You can just see the frustration right now for Ruffin because Gary's coming in with an awkward style. He's not trying to sit there and trade and fight.
You're doing excellent. You're doing excellent. Keep your hands up. He's throwing them wild haymakers. Pull on that chick and hit it down the pipe. And step around him, because he's throwing, don't punch his head. Pull on it, hit him down the pipe, and keep that jab in his face and make him run into something like you're doing. Don't get over, you're good. You're doing very good. He need water, coach.
And here you can see overhand punch right there. Just with a little left hook that was landed by Ruffin. Waited for the right time, threw a couple punches. Another little left hand right there. It's the way that Gary's ducking his head down. It takes a while to figure out that timing, that distance, but what you do, you land some punches. It's gonna do damage, Sean.
I told you. All right.
I said if I'm Gary, you have to step in more with that jab. Double that jab up and throw the right hand. If you land a punch, you might do some damage.
Presumably a 10-7, round number 2 for Qasim Ruffin versus Daniel Gary. Ruffin twice dropping Gary on that check left hook. Also with the body shot. Number 3 underway. Gary to the jab. Gary continues to throw that overhand right big. He's just not landing from range. Does it again on cue. Body shot, knockdown number 3. Uppercut to the body with the right hand.
And Ruffin getting disappointed right now because every time he gets into a good position, land a combination, the first one knocks Gary down. You can just see right now Ruffin landed a lot more at a higher percentage right here. Gary really kind of just throwing that right hand. That's his only real defense.
Off the jab. Knockdown number 4.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Mandatory 8 from Dan Mergliata.
8. Put your hands up.
Without asking Gary if he wants to continue, there's the affirmative. Right back to it.
And just the way it looked there, one more knockdown might be it. You can tell Mergliata really looking at this fight now.
Not rushing into the pocket, staying very methodical and calm, now exploding in. Gary goes down again, and that's still the slip.
Ready? Put your hands up, buckle up.
4 knockdowns, 3 slips. 7 times in total, Gary has been on the canvas. 40 seconds remaining, round number 3.
They might be getting tired of just standing up there, Sean.
On the 1-2, that's it. Clean knockdown in the third of this third round.
And I told you, Dan Mergliata, you can tell by the looks of the last knockdown. He'd had about enough. He didn't feel like there was a path to victory for Gary, and that's when it's time to stop it, Sean.
5 knockdowns to the finish line, and Qasim Ruffin now 2-0 in BKFC.
Stop, you got that, right?
Really like what we're seeing from Ruffin. Much better in that fight. Just more poise, more control. You can just see here a little uppercut did the damage right there. Doesn't take much. So we talk about placement, especially when you don't see the punch. There was a second knockdown right there. Just a nice little jab. Last knockdown. A couple little shots in there. Like I said, it's not the shot that you see that hurts you. If you don't see it coming, turns your chin just a little bit, Sean, that's going to put you down.
Daniel Gary is always game. Not only do I commentate him, of course, here in BKFC, I've commentated him 3 times in his pro MMA career. But Daniel Gary, as game as he was, could not find that jab, could not find that overhand right. Qasem Ruffin looked very calm. 2 knockdowns of Gary in round number 2, 3 knockdowns of Gary to the finish in round number 3. Full credit to Qasem Ruffin because Gary was throwing big, especially on the overhand right from some angles that really show creativity, something you're not going to see in the gym a lot.
Sean, it's just tough to deal with that when a guy's throwing these overhand rights constantly. You know if you get hit with one of those, you're going to be hurt. So you got to be careful. You got to wait for the right time. And then when you see the opening, you got to capitalize, explode on it.
Quality win for Qasem Ruffin. We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Big Dan Mergliata, steps in and calls a stop to this fight at 1 minute 26 seconds into round number 3. For your winner by TKO and still undefeated, Qasem "Caution" Ruffin.
And Sean, I know he won both those fights, but looked much better his second fight, more relaxed, more poised, in total control of this fight. I look forward to seeing this guy fight again. He just keeps getting better.
A 5 knockdown performance for Qasem Ruffin. He stayed poised, he stayed in control, clean strikes, hard to the body, and the finish in the 3rd round. Victorious by way of round 3 TKO, Qasem Ruffin defeats Daniel Gary. He is arguably the best pound-for-pound fighter in BKFC.
All due respect to Richard Barnett, tell the belt, that's my belt now. I want it.
I'm built for this shit. Are you not entertained?
Kevin Crew came to drop bombs and bang moms. What's up, ladies?
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
Let's go!
Tonight only, you'll receive 20% off all Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship apparel when you use the promo code BKFC51 at bareknuckleshop.com. There's a huge selection of items to choose from with sizes and styles for everyone. You can place your order now at bareknuckleshop.com. And again, a reminder, you can use promo code BKFC51 at checkout to get 20% off BKFC apparel. So knuckle up and save at bareknuckleshop.com.
And here we are here in the Salem Civic Center, Salem, Virginia, right outside of Roanoke. You just saw a great fight. You wanted action? You got action. 5 big knockdowns in the first fight. That's what you can expect tonight here right outside of Roanoke, Southwest Virginia. If you want to be a part of that, if you want to get the full main card, the full pay-per-view, $7.99, go to that QR code right there. Scan it. It's right there on your screen and get hooked up. You don't want to miss that World Championship match in the main event. Britain Hart taking on Melanie Shaw, plus so much more here from Salem, Virginia. Now's your chance to go ahead and order that pay-per-view. We still have one more great fight to come here on our preview. We're all bucked up. We're having a great time out here. But folks, before we go to that, let's have a little bit of fun. Let's take it back 1 week ago in Denver, Colorado. This is the best of BKFC 50.
He's still hurt. He's hurt. He's not going to be able to continue, Joe.
Zeb Vincent. This is bout number 2 for Vincent in BKFC. Jesse Stalder. He's had 2 pro MMA bouts. There's the right hand from Stalder. He talked about throwing the 2. There was the naked 2. There's the 2 right back, then the jab from Vincent. Both fighters throwing big early. We're in the middleweight division. Jab again. There's the big right hand from Stalder. Stalder trying to change the momentum.
So Vincent looks very relaxed out there right now.
The right uppercut. Just misses from Vincent, and on the delay, down goes Jesse Stalder.
For your winner by KO, Zeb CWB Vincent.
Gabriel Moda set for bout number 3 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Lamont Stafford, the veteran of 21 pro MMA bouts, including 1 in Bellator. High volume punches. Round number 1. Huge overhand right from Moda. Moda again to the inside, half tie club. More big swings that duck under from 6'6". Lamont Stafford. Foreman with his right eye.
That jab could be the factor right there. If he keeps getting hit with that jab, we're going to get cut off.
Straight punches, and down goes Gabriel Moda. With the hook, and the hook right back from Moda. That lands now Moda to the inside, half tie club. Big swings again from Gabriel Moda.
That might have wore Moda out, though. I think he might have spent a lot of his energy right there.
On the right hand, down number 2.
For your winner by KO, Lamont, the KO King Stafford.
This is the BKFC debut, and indeed the Pro Combat Sports debut for Dom Carey. Angelo Trujillo set for his Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship debut. Black and red trunks for Dom Carey. Now to the inside comes Trujillo. Forward off the jab, Dom Carey. The overhand right not getting through from Trujillo, but he lands that left hook. Trujillo hard to the body, half tie club. Big uppercuts, and drops Dom Carey. Then the punch as Carey is grounded.
For your winner, by way of disqualification, Dom the Bomb Carey.
Carey Caprio enters 1-0 in BKFC. This is the BKFC debut for Andrew Strode. Right off his back foot, on his front foot comes Carey Caprio. Wow, in the face of Andrew Strode.
And boy, Strode has got to be careful in these tie-ups. He's not used to that. He can't waste energy or he will tire out quickly.
See the bladed traditional boxing stance of Andrew Strode. Big left hand, and that drops Carey Caprio.
And that's that nice slick boxing right there. Those hands,
right back to it. There's the left hand again from Strode. Strode right hand, counter on the right hand, and we are in 1 knockdown apiece. Round number 2 underway. Round of the year candidate in round number 1.
And it's that left hook that's doing the damage to Strode.
Big right hand, and that drops Carey Caprio for the 2nd time.
And that was a right hand that did the damage right there. And you can see Caprio is hurt this time.
For your winner by TKO, Andrew Strode.
Monica Franco set for her BKFC debut. For Courtney Cameron, fighting here in her home state, Colorado. Cutting off the ring. Franco putting her back against the ropes, then throwing the right hand. There's the right hand from Courtney Cameron. All for action from referee Nick Behrens on the overhand right, partially blocked by Cameron. 5th and final round underway. Courtney Cameron ruled a slip by Nick Behrens, right back to it.
By split decision, fearless Monica Franco.
Christian Torres now set for his 7th bout in BKFC. Andrew Yates 1-0 in BKFC. As Torres circled out as he told us he would do. To the inside, big shots on the flurry. Looking to counter with the right hand is Torres. 4 big shots now, right hand to the body from Yates. Naked right hand thrown by Torres. There's the rear right uppercut to the body from Yates. Not Andrew Yates and Christian Torres going into the 2nd round. 2nd round now underway. Short punches.
And this is an exhausting style fight right here, where you're inside and you're got a great right hand right there.
Yates, don't lead with your fingers to the face of Torres.
Just looking up at the clock all the time is Yates right now, though.
Andrew, the Golden Boy, Yates.
Bout number 3, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship for Tony Jenkins. This is the BKFC debut for Brian Meredith. That separation from Barry. Step in, left hand on the jam from Jenkins. Overhand right on the entry, counter right hand from Marinette. And down goes Brian Marinette.
And Jenkins about to another punch here.
Left hand, right hand to the inside. Big uppercut, now the right hand. Jenkins going hard for the finish, another right hand. Huge shots now, another right uppercut from Jenkins. 45 seconds remaining, round number 1. Hard on the turn, right hand, and that is it.
And still undefeated, Tony the Way Jenkins.
This is fight number 4 in BKFC for Drew Angel Court for Brett Hudson. In our fighter meeting, described himself as a counter striker who likes to brawl. Hudson trying to throw the naked right hands. Leading from the nose, you see he's cut outside of his left eye. Over here, time called by Andrew Glenn. Andrew Glenn stops his fight.
Still undefeated, Drew Angel Court.
This is fight number 4 in BKFC for Dylan Weinmiller. Big ovation for Keegan Vandermeer here in his home state, Colorado. Stepping over and right, left hook on the counter. There goes Dylan Weinmiller.
Great counter right there. Oh, he's still hurt. He's hurt.
Still undefeated, Keegan, the career killer, Vandermeer.
Michael Mano, 1-0 in BKFC. Animated entrance for Marcus Edwards. He enters 1-0 in BKFC. Step in left and the right hand again from Edwards. 1-0 in BKFC. Oh, there's a good step in left hand from Mano.
There it is. 2 punches, 3 punches.
Left hook, right hand, another big right hand.
Marcus, Bad Intentions, Edwards.
Born and raised in France, now based in Miami, Florida. Steve Aurelius, Josh Copeland, set for fight number 3 in BKFC. Long jab from Josh Copeland. This is with the right hand. Set the right hand. Down goes Steve Aurelius. Step in left hand. Copeland with the step in jab. On cue now the step in left hand from Josh Copeland. Every time they're still playing. Big left hand, knockdown number 2.
For your winner by TKO, Josh Cuddly Bear Copeland.
Chris Camozzi enters 2-0 in BKFC. Both of those victories by way of first-round knockout. Lorenzo Hunt, the reigning BKFC Cruiserweight Champion. This is his first fight as the 205-pound BKFC titleist. Fighters being extremely patient. There's the right hand from Hunt. On with the right hand, another big right hand, left hand from Hunt. Hunt exploding in on the 10-second clock. From the body, the bell, next stop round 3. Hunt on the right hand. Getting his head under the chin of the champion, Lorenzo Hunt. Hunt firing back with the right hand. Hunt with his step in left hand.
Oh, good punch by Camozzi right there.
And still undisputed BKFC World Cruiserweight Champion, Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt.
We are all the way live from Satellite 5. I'm Brian Socha, and as always, so much to get into this week on the Bare Knuckle Show. We're glad you're hanging out.
Bare Knuckle just takes one shot. If he can land a good shot, he can do some damage.
6 new major signings, a new location overseas that we're going to be doing.
Gives me so much more energy and reason to go ahead and do what I do.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit! It's inappropriate. Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
Bantamweights for you now. Rick Caruso versus Landon Williams. Our tale of the tape is presented by Crescent Tools.
You can see here, Sean, significant height advantage for Caruso and a 2.5-inch reach advantage. But to me, the main thing is Williams is a few pounds overweight. Usually that's a sign of some kind of difficult weight cut or maybe not getting the full training camp. We're not sure exactly what it is. We'll see if that makes a difference if Williams is able to have the cardio to go long.
Landon Williams from very nearby Roanoke, Virginia is set for bout number 1 in BKFC. Williams has had 1 pro boxing bout, 1 bout in pro kickboxing. Williams told us in our fighter meeting, normally I like to feel out my opponent, but I've come to the conclusion in this my bare knuckle debut, that won't work. I want to take chances. I want to fast start up from scratch. I'm going to swing big for a first round knockout.
He said he wants a brawl. A lot of people talk about trying to be out there being measured. Not this guy. Aggressive, power shots the entire time. He wants to stand in the middle of the ring, trade punches until somebody goes down.
Williams said, I need to get on the inside to win. I'm going to come to the inside using a high, tight striking guard. I feel my opponent, Rick Caruso, is going to try to stay long. I don't feel that Caruso, Williams told us, is expecting my high level of aggression.
And Sean, this guy said he wants to come out here. His goal is to get 5 a night. We talked about a lot of fighters who say they want to come in there and never want to 5 a night. They want to dominate from the beginning to the end. This guy wants to come out there and put on a show.
This is bout number 5 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship for Rick Caruso. He's a veteran of 4 pro MMA bouts, 4 in pro boxing, 3 in pro kickboxing. Rick Caruso, we will give him quote of the week in our fighter meeting. He said, normally my style is controlled chaos. In this bout, I'm going to be more about control and less about chaos.
I love it. Understands exactly what it takes to do well in this sport. Wants to utilize the cleanse defense effectively, be very disciplined out there. He doesn't want to put on a brawl this time. He feels like he has a skill. He wants to go out there and use it.
Rick Caruso said, and he was very clear-eyed when he told us this in our fighter meeting, that he felt that in his 4 previous bouts in BKFC, he is rushed. Caruso said, I'm going to keep saying to myself throughout this fight, it's a 10-minute fight. Take your time. You do not have to rush. He said, I'm almost going to use that as an affirmation. I have 10 minutes to win this fight.
And he understands that you cannot gas yourself out. We've talked about it before, Sean. The worst thing in the world is getting out there and getting tired and having nothing left. He understands that. He's going to be more controlled this time. Feels like if he does so, he's going to have a great chance to win.
Back we go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Presented to you by Lions Not Sheep Apparel. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black and green. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. His official weight, 138.6 pounds. Tonight, he makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Roanoke, Virginia, here is Landon, almost famous, Williams. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears black and red. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 134.4 pounds. Tonight, he steps into the squared circle, ready for bare knuckle fight number 5. Fighting out of Princeton, West Virginia, here is Slick Rick Caruso. And our referee in charge of the action, Eric Irizarry.
Landon Williams told us, I know Rick Caruso is going to be throwing wide power punches. I have to throw very fast punches in the counter. I'm definitely willing to take shots to land my own. Round number 1. Both fighters throwing big off and scratch. Black and red trucks for Rick Caruso. Black and green trucks for Landon Williams. Huge shots on the inside. Rear right uppercut lands from Caruso. Williams taking a step back. Overhand right on the entry for Caruso. Looking for the defensive clinch. Blood is pouring out of the left ear of Landon Williams. Short right hands on the inside from Caruso. Phenomenal start to this 135-pound bout.
They are definitely going at it, Sean. They said they want fighting night. Look at that body work by Caruso. Wow, those are doing some damage.
Control over the head. Good refereeing from Eric Irizarry. Letting this fight continue. It was an active clinch. Caruso, big rear right uppercut. Williams took that exceedingly well, walking through that punch. Williams off the jab. Jab right back from Caruso. Caruso then the right hand. Overhand right targeted by Landon Williams. Irizarry telling Williams, watch targeting the back of Caruso's head. There's a check left hook, then a double jab from Caruso. 55 seconds remaining, round number 1.
You can see this pace right now is definitely not doing well for Williams. Caruso talked about being able to understand that pace. Williams is very tired right now.
Caruso on the right hand, left hand. Big swings now from Caruso. Caruso can see the finish line, trying to reach it here in round number 1. Overhand right from Caruso. Williams throwing back with the right hand. Now the jab from Landon Williams, and Williams takes the knee.
You get the feeling right. If Williams does stand up, it's just one right hand away from ending this fight. He is done. He's done already, so you can tell waving it off. He wants nothing to do with this.
Mouthpiece is out. The count continues to 10, and win number 1 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship for Rick Caruso.
And Sean, that was just a feverish pace. It seems like I gotta go out there and trade punches easily for 10 minutes. Not the case. You go out there and go that hard. It's like throwing fastballs the entire time. Your arm gets tired. Your whole body gets tired when you're fighting, though. It's not just your arm. Williams went out there. He experienced that fatigue, and fatigue makes cowards of us all. Right from the beginning, watch these guys coming after each other. And it's not, look at these body shots that are landed by Caruso. People have no idea what those body shots do. It takes so much out of you, just zaps your energy right away. Sean, this is like a dead sprint for the first 30 seconds. Go out there and sprint for 30 seconds and then see how you feel after that.
Landon Williams actually landed a jab and then took the knee. And that's part exhaustion and part just accuracy and volume from Rick Caruso.
I was really impressed with Caruso's body work right there. There was a lot of hard shots, and people don't understand. There's no glove. That doesn't spread out. That doesn't disseminate that pain. It digs deep, and it goes real deep. So you can tell each time that one of those punches was landed. Williams was definitely feeling it.
Rick Caruso told us I'm going to be throwing 3-punch combinations. I think he threw 15-punch combinations.
And I'd say 14 of them landed, Sean. Those were great accuracy. Good job right there by Caruso. You could just tell he's more experienced. He's more relaxed.
Landon Williams said that he would take chances to record the knockout. He certainly took chances. He opened up. Rick Caruso and Landon Williams combined for a really fun one-round fight. Williams was game, and Rick Caruso was on point in victory.
And he just keeps getting better. His last few fights, he's been getting very, very close to getting his victory. He came out there with a guy he had more experience in, and it showed. Caruso looked like the veteran out there. That's why he got the victory.
We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Eric Irizarry, reaches the count of 10 at 1 minute 43 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by KO, Slick Rick Caruso.
And so Caruso's fought some very tough guys for us. He's been looking better and better each fight. This was a culmination of a lot of hard work, and I definitely want to see this guy fight for us some more. He's just getting better and better.
And this was a really fun one-round fight. Off of scratch, Rick Caruso, Landon Williams opening up. Rick Caruso, though, was accurate. He was on point. The knockdown to the knockout. Victorious by way of first-round KO. Rick Caruso defeats Landon Williams.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
Let's go!
Tonight only, you'll receive 20% off all Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship apparel when you use the promo code BKFC51 at bareknuckleshop.com. There's a huge selection of items to choose from with sizes and styles for everyone. You can place your order now at bareknuckleshop.com. And again, a reminder, you can use promo code BKFC51 at checkout to get 20% off BKFC apparel. So knuckle up and save at bareknuckleshop.com.
Well, it is getting hot here in Roanoke, Virginia, here at the Salem Civic Center Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Brought to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink, OnlyFans, Crescent Tools, and Lions Not Sheep Apparel. It's fair to say